Hi guys, we're Nick and Sam.
And this is episode 3 of our 12-day hike across the Jordan Trail.
Whee! We are now on day 7, currently in Jamal Karaza, and we have 99 kilometres of our 212 left to go.
Welcome home!
Jordan wasn't on our radar to explore. In fact, we never even heard of the Jordan Trail.
But when we got asked to come here, we knew it wasn't an experience that we wanted to miss.
Right now, we're in the Middle East camping under the stars, and that is a sentence I never thought I would say.
This week we'll be sharing everything about evening camp life and hygiene. Why don't they have B-days in the UK? Who talk time? Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss an episode.
Money!
You didn't get the briefing last night, so we're going to do it this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the short sentences.
Okay.
We are now on the last day of section 7, and if we haven't already told you, the Jordan Trail is split up into sections, and there's 8 in total. We're doing 7 and 8, so today is a celebratory day.
Beer!
Yeah!
Even though I don't like beer.
Beer!
What I'm most excited for is the swimming pool, but it might not be ready.
Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, it's winter here, so they have potentially put it away or whatever, drained it. But we've all got our fingers crossed that we get a swimming pool, because for us, it's really hot out here. That is the end of day 7, the end of section 7 as well.
I'm looking forward to our celebratory beer.
Yeah, I think we've been quite lucky the past 2 days. We've had flat terrain, which has in some ways made it easier. Some ways it's harder because it's more boring and the same muscles. But overall, I think we're smashing it.
Yeah, well done.
Whee!
The only drama is, seeing you camp from so far away,
Yeah.
it feels like it takes forever to get there.
We could see it at least 4 kilometres away.
All the way back there.
They look like Star Wars pods or something.
Cool, man. I'm excited for this.
So tonight we are staying at another Bedouin homestay. This time we're not staying in our tents. There's actually already tents, or from here pods, set up for us, and it looks like there's about 8, which means we may need to share a pod with other people. It's all about experience out here.
Just hope you don't get the snorer.
There is certainly 1 or 2 in the group, isn't there?
Looking at you, Nadine. This is harsh.
Wow. Yeah. This is posh. This is the high life.
The pool is full!
Yes. Yeah. I think this could be the best day
This is the best day of my life.
ever. Woo!
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Oh, hey boy, the way this is
What a gift to you guys.
Okay, right now we're gonna go in the pool and we'll show you around this place later. So this video's goal was to share with you night camp life, but today we have something very, very different. So unfortunately, we can't show it you today. Instead, we've got this incredible room at this campsite. What is this?
What is this?
We did not expect this, did we? They didn't tell us.
Although I also wasn't expecting this in the same. Oh, that is huge!
What is it?
It's a hornet.
Ooh.
Big.
No, thank you. Oh, this is the shower. This is the toilet.
The bum gun.
The bun gun. 3 single beds, which would be nice. And our lounge. And out here we get like this little terrace area. And we all have one. Oh, we needed this. What a nice way to celebrate the end of section 7. Shame we don't.
Amazing.
Sorry, it's been. It's a shame we don't have a rest day here tomorrow. That would have been superb. So the first thing we're gonna do is charge up all our shit. As we're at like a hotel-y homestay, I thought I'd wash some of my clothes as I only packed 2 pairs of shorts and they were getting really sweaty and minging. Look at the water. I think I wore these ones for 5 days straight and they were disgusting. So at least now I've got my other pair for 5 days and then these for like the last few days. Today has been very different at the camp. We have kind of all just dispersed. Some of us went to the pool, some of us have been doing laundry. It's the end of section 7, so it's kind of like get ready for section 8 time. We've got dinner later at 6. So yeah, it's very different because we've been wild camping the whole time and being hosted by Bedouins, whereas now we're in like a luxury type of hotel. I don't know what to call it, that's why I keep saying type of hotel, because it's not like a typical hotel. So yeah, that's what this evening has looked like. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow to show you properly what evening camp life looks like. But whilst we're here, I just wanted to say that I love it out here. Day 1, I just wanted to go home. It was torture. And then the next few days, it was like pain and aches. And then, like I said, I found my rhythm. And now we're on the last section. I'm really gutted. I don't want the last day to come. I have fell in love with the desert. Please don't come.
As well.
Burgers.
Looks like potato, no?
It's veggies. It's what? Vegetable. Now chicken. See, sorry. See the little garlics in there?
Yeah. Is that good? Okay. Look how incredible this looks.
I got a random meal, but it's so tasty.
This isn't even everything from the buffet.
No, I'm not saying making an effort to learn the Arabic, but she struggles with it.
Hello.
Today we have reached Wadi Rum.
Yes, this is where it's going to get exciting in the desert, but I think it might be a little bit more difficult for some.
Why?
Because your belly.
Yeah.
Somebody ate last night, didn't you?
I ate something funny, so this morning when I woke up, my tummy wasn't the best.
Yeah.
The toilet wasn't looking the best either. So it's kind of the perfect time though, because this is a hygiene vlog for you. So maybe it means I'm going to go to the toilet more so we can actually show you a little bit more about toileting out on the trail.
Yeah.
But can we rewind a second back to Wadi Rum? So what is Wadi Rum?
It's only the most famous wadi in Jordan, and it's a protected nature reserve.
And the only way in is on this train track. Yeah. I'm lying. That's a lie. You don't have to go on here. So whilst we're here, I thought I'd just share a little bit about the Jordan Pass so you can sort this before you come to Jordan. And I'd say it's an essential because it gets you a one-time entry to all attractions and 3 consecutive visit days into Petra. And I think Petra costs 60 Jordans. Don't quote me, but it's quite a lot, so this is worth it. And it also gives you a visa, so you don't need to pay for that as long as you're here for 4 days and 3 nights. I am so lucky we are in Rum because it's a touristy area with toilets, because I just had to run off to the toilet and yeah. Not that I wouldn't have wanted to go in the wild, but it's always nice to have a B-day to hand to clean yourself up. Why don't they have B-days in the UK?
I'm struggling again.
It's literally like this, but my stomach is just going so funny and it's hot, so it's just making me want to poo all the time. Sam, you're such a boss out here.
No, a Bedouin.
Yeah, you're a true desert dweller.
I just don't seem to have things go wrong with me, fortunately.
Yeah. You got your little toes though.
So today's taking a different direction. Instead of carrying on and walking to camp, we're going to be taking a jeep tour around Wadi Rum. Let's go. You'll stand up.
We are so easily pleased.
Come on!
Behind the dune in this flat place. So they make like fake holes by Photoshop, you could say, in that mountain on the left side.
Just behind us is where Lawrence of Arabia was shot and The Martian. This is a famous red dune in Wadi Rum, and it's formed from when wind gushes around the wadi, it brings all the sand into this one location here. So naturally we've got to go and run down it.
We've been told to get our feet out and run up and down it.
And it actually feels beautiful.
I'm not gonna lie, I came out on this jeep tour so I could skip the last 4 kilometres, and now we're hiking up this giant dune. I have found the easy route there. There's like this rock section with like a natural staircase, and them guys have just ran up the sand. Like, they're all full of energy all the time. Run!
That was a lot of fun.
You not think that these cliffs are insane? It actually looks like a melted cake.
It does.
Stacks of pancakes. Hard to imagine that water takes all this, right?
The inscription inside of the canyon, because we have like different 3 kind of inscriptions. We start with the Nabatean inscription because they were the first people was here. So most of their inscription inside was not a language, was more painting and drawing. There is like special thing how to write the names. They have no direction how to write in the past. So for example, if they start to write from here, they're gonna write the name like that.
Not only is this place awesome, we're learning some cool facts. So the Nabateans who were here, when they had a baby, what they would do, they would go catch a snake and scorpion, crush it up and feed it to the baby over a couple of days in order to raise its immunity, so if it got stung out in the field, it wouldn't die.
The Moorish people, and this is being a mountain goat, you see, and that's how they celebrate the weddings, all like a rabbit, and also the mountains. And if there is one dot down here, it will be Abba, which means a father. إنا نسأل الله الصحبة الحسنة والعافية. Yeah, they were like caravan as families with children. Inside, you enter there, the canyon. Yeah. As I told you, you have to be careful because the mountains here, they are very slippery.
is what night camp life looks like. Yesterday we didn't get to show you because we were in a hotel, but this is what most of our nights have looked like. We get to camp and the tents are already made for us. We just have to grab a like foam mat that we also use to sit on at night around the communal area, and then set up all of our like sleeping gear. So once that's all done, we'll show you what it looks like.
Second thing you do have to pick in your tent is find somewhere to do a number 2, and everybody is scrambling around to find a private spot. Can they see me?
The third thing we do is gather around the fire to get warm, because out here in the desert at night it does get pretty nippy.
Next up, we all dig into dinner.
Yes.
Hello.
1 dinar or half dinar?
Or half dinar.
No dinar.
That's an easy negotiation.
Half dinar.
Yogurt. I've not seen that one.
But I don't mind it.
4 days to go!
4 days to go. We're on the trail again.
Yeah, we've got 16 kilometres today, 16 tomorrow, 16 the next, and then the final day we've got a difficult 19
The
kilometres.
terrain for the next 2 days is sand
All
with more
sand.
sand.
And it just makes it a little bit hard. Like if you think Mario Kart, yeah, on the Wii, and you go off track and then you suddenly go really slow, that's what it's like trekking on the sand.
Some of us don't go off track.
No, you have to try and get your steps in where someone's already stepped. We are still in Wadi Rum. It is absolutely vast out here. In a way, it makes everything also feel so small because everything's so far away. Yesterday we did the Jeep tour, so we got to explore this area by Jeep, and we highly recommend doing it. It was incredible and a great way to see the place. Oh, we're nearly home.
Nearly home. And every day we have Eamon just up ahead. And there's Camp Daddy, always ready to welcome us home.
Welcome home!
So the good thing coming in first, which is rare, is you get to pick the best tent. So we're going for the one on the outside here. Slightly flat, and hopefully it means we're away from snorers or people who let their alarm go and snooze through the morning.
So we couldn't show you around our tent last night because it got too dark. So today we'll give you a little whip around, MTV crib style. So these are the mats that we get given by the guys. They're pretty thin, sometimes they're a little bit thicker, so you want something on top to pad it out. So we have our blow up bed with our blow up pillow, which makes our bed. And then Nico's got her sock bag, which she sleeps in. Have you been finding it quite warm or cold?
It depends really. It's been overall okay. I brought thermals as an extra because
yeah.
it's not a thermal sleeping bag.
But when we're in the desert it gets quite cold. I've brought my thermal sleeping bag. On this side we keep all our bags. Down here is the quick access things and the wet wipes for Nico's current situation.
Yeah.
You generally get a tent each if you book as a solo person, but you can bundle together, which I believe makes it cheaper.
So how do we shower in the desert? We use this. It's actually basically the same as our hose lock that we use in our van, so we're completely used to this. What you have to do as well is like walk a kilometre away from base, so you can strip off completely naked and have a shower in a place like this. And what we've got to shower with is our shampoo bar, which also works as a body wash. I feel so fresh. Poo talk time!
Desert Trail Edition.
Yeah, so there is a rule of thumb. You can't always follow it out here, right?
Yeah, and really, if you're a van lifer, you should pretty much be doing a few of these already anyway.
Yeah, so the goal is to obviously go as far away from camp and dig a hole, go for a poo, and then bury it. And if you're out on the trails,
it's pretty much the same principle. Obviously, you don't really always have the luxury of being able to go far. One, if you're in the desert, it's very, very flat, so you're gonna have to time your poos.
yeah, sometimes it's been so flat, so even just going for a number 1 or a 2 for a female has been difficult because there's barely any bushes. Right now we've actually got quite a few, but there have been times where there's absolutely nothing, so you just have to walk another kilometre just to be like so far away that people can't see you. So that's been a bit of a pain. I think obviously it's much easier for you to number 1 on the trails.
Much easier for a male because you just whip it out. At the start of the trail, it was more canyony, so you could just go behind a rock or a crevice. Obviously, it's not always even possible to dig a hole.
Yeah.
So kind of just
when you can't
it.
dig a hole, the goal is to try and find something to like throw over it, I guess. So you know, there's not just this turd on show.
And then always take your wet wipes, toilet paper with you.
Yeah, so we brought our dog poo bags along with us, so every day we have a dog poo bag that we can throw all of our rubbish into, including our wet wipes and stuff. And definitely bring wet wipes.
Yeah.
You know, I've learnt that you need wet wipes out here. The food is different.
It's dry enough.
The water's different. My stomach's funny. You've got to have wet wipes out here. So yeah, pop them in a bag. And I think that's poo talk done, really. And if you've got any questions about the Jordan Trail in general, let us know in the comments and we will try and answer them.
How was your blister?
It's actually, I think today it's finally starting to heal. So this is the first time I've ever had a blister like refill multiple times. I think 4 to 5 times.
Do you want to look at it?
This is it. But also look at my big toe, it's all bruised. It's the same for my other big toe. There's a little bruise. That's from day 1 trekking downhill and I hadn't clipped my toenails. So you know what, this is the perfect time to talk about, I guess, like health and safety, I guess hygiene out here. So one thing we did bring is blister pads, but what we'd not thought about is like the process in between of popping the blister and looking after it. So fortunately a lot of the people out here know exactly what they're doing and have all their blister care kits, so like antiseptic wipes, needles or safety pins to pop them and stuff like that. So we should have brought all that and we didn't. So that's another hygiene point to think of, like it's dirty out here and you've got to keep these things clean, otherwise it'll get infected. Like some of the people out here have come out in blisters all over their feet. It's pretty revolting and they've had to sit out for like a day because it's so painful for them. So yeah, I think it's just in terms of hygiene, health and safety, just make sure you've got antiseptic wipes, keep yourself clean and make sure you look after your feet out here because that's what's getting us from A to B. Today is really windy.
Sand has literally gotten
everywhere. We've left our windows open.
All this.
You can just see all the sand has come through. So we've got to empty our tent.
And I think we need to move it somewhere else because the wind is battering.
Yeah, like look at the size of the tent. The last thing we do in evening camp life is have a brief. So Badir, one of the guides who's leading us, will let us know what tomorrow's going to be like, how far we've got to walk, what the temperature's going to be like, what the incline's going to be like, and all the important stuff to get us ready for the day ahead.
What's happening?
Oh, pobrecita.
My mum just called and I just told her.
No, bro. Brief in. Say brief in.
Briefing!
My mum just called.
Briefing time. Our campsite is in Tittle village. Okay, we'll be walking around 15 kilometers tomorrow, mostly downhill. Breakfast is at 0700, but we might walk a little bit later than 0800.
Should we make it 0807? So
Maybe.
that's on time.
Yeah. We can make it
Every day we are hosted by local Bedouins. Their food and services here are absolutely impeccable, and sometimes we're treated to an extra bit of entertainment. And on that note, we're going to call that a wrap.
Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss an episode. Ciao!
Final cam. It's quite surreal. There's a new one. It's going to be a wild night. You okay?
I just started crying. We've just said bye to everyone.